Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and CoffeeStream number 239. I hope everyone had a good weekend and is ready for a wonderful Monday and news or CoffeeStream full of news. I'm using StreamYard right now because I can share my screen with it a little bit better. And there is something at the end of this show that I'm going to be covering that I want you guys to be able to see. But hopefully my screen is showing properly. Let's see. Duck Dog says, pants off, dance off. Hello, Armskiller. So I hope that you guys can see my Safari window. Because that is really using that StreamYard to good effect. Oh, good. You guys can. Okay, so if you guys can see me and the stories, I will be super duper happy. I will be like ridiculously happy. But yeah, Armskiller says really using that StreamYard to good effect. So that's good. That makes me happy. Let's see. Yush, all right. Yay! Hooray! I did exactly what Pinkalo said I should do and it worked. Hooray! I can follow instructions. I suck at that. I really do suck at following instructions. Most of the time that's why I fucked up OBS, because I really do suck at properly following instructions. Anyway, we are going to first start with a story about MS-13. This one's from Gunfox. It says 6 MS-13 gang members, illegal immigrants involved in deadly Maryland stabbing, ICE says. But, you know, hate facts. These are hate facts that we're going to be reading about. So, you know. So let's see here about this wonderful story. Because we've got, let me just say, guys, we have lots of different news to cover. And then we're going to be covering a video clip. It's actually been clipped out by somebody else. But the title just says, the clip of the title says it all. And we're gonna listen to the reaction of these people. It's, if you've ever heard of a show called The Breakfast Club on iHeartRadio, or I think it's on Power FM, we're going to be covering that at the end of the show. So that's our titular video, shall we say. Doing a kitchen experiment. If it works, I'll have a recipe for baked potato peelings. Ooh. That actually sounds really good. I actually never heard of the radio show until this nonsense happened. Neither have I, honestly. Same here. I had never heard of that show until this either. So let's get through this MS-13 bullshit. Let's power through our stories and get to the video clip as quick as we can, shall we? All right.
6 of the 7 people charged in the Link stabbing death of a man in Link, Maryland, in July have been identified by federal officials as being part of the Link MS-13 gang. You're an Link in the country illegally.
I'm shocked.
According to U.S. Link Immigration.
Why the fuck is everything hyperlinked?
And Customs Enforcement. The Baltimore County Link Police Department announced Tuesday that 7 suspects, including a 16-year-old charged as an adult, were charged with killing.
Jeez, look at all the hyperlinks, you guys. Ooh, gang activity, says Robert Burke. Yeah. Doc says, can't we just drop them in the fryer real quick? Trying not to fry them, yeah. Trying to make healthy snacks. Ah.
21-year-old Daniel Alejandro Alvarado Cuellar. Cuellar's body was discovered July 31 in the grass outside an apartment building in the Townsend area and had multiple sharp force injuries, officials said in a news release. 19 MS. Police said that Cuellar was the intended victim of a planned gang-related murder, but said a motive for the slaying remained under investigation.
It's a planned gang-related murderer. Isn't that the motivation for the slaying? Like, do you really need to know the details of the planned gang murder, or can't you just say the motivation was it was a planned gang murder? I mean, you're not gonna get the details. I think that goes out the window once they're covered in sour cream and salsa. Oh yeah. Yep. That sounds so yummy. Filthy Animals says straight Sith male. I'm intending to agree with you.
We know this group of individuals was conducting surveillance on him. They were watching him, following him. We know they watched as he left the laundromat and went back across the street to the apartment complex, and that is where some of those individuals accosted him. Baltimore County Police Officer Jennifer Peach told Fox 45. We know they used knives and multiple people stabbed him multiple times.
Well, if multiple people are stabbing him, of course he's going to be stabbed multiple times. I know, I'm being semantic. But still.
The 7 suspects were all charged with first-degree murder.
Good.
According to police. Period. The suspects in the killing of Daniel Alejandro Alvarado Cuellar. Image.
So that's all. That's a picture of all of them. That's their mugshot, I guess. I'm guessing that's their arrest picture.
The suspects in the killing of Daniel Alejandro, they have been identified as Jonathan Escobar Hernandez, 20, of Towson, MD, Marlon Leonardo Fabian Flores, 20, of Manchester, MD, Edwin Edgardo Garcia Martir, 18, of Middle River, MD, Hugo Portillo Chavez, 31, of Cockeysville,
Jesus.
MD, Jose Fausto Rivera Correas, 19, of Cockeysville, MD, Odalis Rosas Yanez, 20, of Cockeysville, MD, and Leonel Alexander Velasquez Hernandez, 16, of Cockeysville, MD.
So, clearly, what's the 31-year-old doing there? Is he their leader? Or is he just that immature? Like, why is there a 31-year-old hanging out with a bunch of 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and a 16-year-old? That's a little weird. I assume they mean why they'd murder him in particular. Yeah, that I assume too, but I mean, still, it's like, it's a gang murder. That's the gang was the motive. The gang was basically the motivation, because you do things in a gang that you would never do by yourself. The psychology of gangs is really very interesting and disturbing at the same time.
An ICE spokeswoman told Fox News on Sunday that the agency has issued 6 immigration detainers. The federal agency said that detainers were lodged once the individuals entered local law enforcement custody on murder charges.
And what the hell are those going to do?
Image. Heading level 4. Usher of the 7 Usher acting director Ken Coccinelli discusses the new details about arrested MS-13 members on the Ingram angle. Of the 7 suspects, 6 are in the U.S. illegally, the ICE spokeswoman added. Of the 6 illegal immigrant suspects, who are not named, 5 are Salvadoran and 1 is Mexican, ICE said.
Interesting.
Prosecutors accuse MS-13 of 7 medieval-style slayings, including cutting heart out of rival.
Jesus, that's a different article.
All of the 6 illegal immigrants were identified as MS-13 members in an ICE gang database, the ICE spokeswoman said. Investigators believe that Cooler's killing was due to a war between 2 rival Latino street gangs, the 18th Street and MS-13.
Ugh.
Link, according to the Baltimore Sun. Period.
But Baltimore's not a shithole, you guys. I mean, I know MS-13 is in more than just Maryland, but still, like, Maryland's totally cool, guys. It's totally a safe place to be.
Link image. President Trump addresses the arrest of gang members for brutal murders during rally. Trace Gallagher has the details. The 21-year-old had been seen making a hand gesture that was believed to be indicative of an affiliation with the 18th Street. Detectives wrote in charging documents obtained by the Sun.
So he made a hand gesture that might have been affiliated with a rival gang, and he got the shit stabbed out of him. How lovely. How incredibly lovely.
Link. MS-13 becomes The 7 suspects arrested in connection with Cooler's slaying remain held without bail in the Baltimore County Detention Center, according to police. All 7 could face a life sentence in prison if they are convicted, officials said, while adding that it's possible that others may also face charges in connection to the murder.
Okay, but 6 of the 7 are illegals, so why would you waste taxpayer money to put illegal people into U.S. jails? I don't quite understand that.
MS-13 is active in Maryland, but is usually focused in the suburbs around Washington, D.C. Link. Earlier this year, a 14-year-old girl was killed with a machete and a baseball bat when MS-13 gang members turned on an associate in extremely violent behavior. That slaying, Link, came only months after authorities arrested 5 MS-13 gang members for the murder of another MS-13 member, Jackson Cheekus, 16. He was stabbed more than 100 times and then dumped on the side of a Virginia road and set on fire.
Jesus Christ, what is with the overkill with these guys? I don't get it. It's like that joke in Ollie G where the guy's shirt gets mixed with other shirts, and now the shirts don't match the gang colors, and now he's threatened. Oh, I missed that. I haven't actually seen Ollie G. Take them out to the 3-mile limit and make them swim back to El Salvador, says Duck Dog.
In 2019, officials said that MS-13 has been ramping up recruitment in the DC area after taking a break in 2018. We've seen a rise in gang activity here this spring. There have been a few homicides in the region, as you've seen, Jay Lanham, director of the Northern Virginia Gang Task Force, told Link, Fox 5 in June. Last year, we saw the gangs, especially MS-13, laying low. We arrested a lot of the program and clique leaders, so their leadership was lacking.
So they just groomed new leaders. That's all that happened. The people that the leaders were already grooming to take their place if anything happened to them just stepped up a bit earlier than normal. That's all. You didn't really do anything.
Lanham said at the time that the 18th Street Gang is MS-13's top rival. Link. Click here for the MS-13, also known as La Mara Salvatrucha, recruits young teenagers from El Salvador and Honduras. Though many gang members were born in the U.S., the gang has been blamed for dozens of killings since January 2016 across a Link. Wide swath of the Link. New York's Long Island. The Link. Los Angeles area. And Link. The D.C. suburbs. Period. The notorious MS-13 gang has been singled out by President Trump for its brutality, which has led to a series of crackdowns by law enforcement on the federal and local levels.
Well, because they're freaking obsessed with overkill. I don't understand. Like, stabbing somebody over 100 times and then setting them on fire? Like, holy crap. This is just crazy behavior. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. So let's read about this biological reversal. This caught my eye because I'm reading a book. Well, I'm rereading a book right now about a serial killer obsessed with the fountain of youth. So he kills and harvests a certain. Setting them on fire may be an attempt to prevent extraction of forensic evidence. That is a very good point, Armskiller. But yeah, without spoiling the book, in case anyone wants to read it, this serial killer harvests a specific part of the human body while the human is still alive, and processes it to make an injectable elixir of immortality, basically, or of prolongation of life. And so I saw this article, and it caught my attention. So let's give it a read. So let's find this headline. So this says, it might be possible to reverse a person's biological age. So this is written yesterday. So let's find the actual body of the article here. No, go away. I don't want your damn notifications. I hate when it puts me at the bottom of things. It pisses me off so very much. All right. So the subheading here says, in a small trial, drugs seemed to rejuvenate the body's epigenetic clock, which tracks a person's biological age. Weird. That's just creepy. Okay, let's read about this, shall we? First, let's catch up with chat. Hello, Ryder. It's an allegory for our treatment of horseshoe crabs. Hate to bring this down, but I just hopped over to Bloodwing's channel. His son-in-law passed away, and he will not be online for a week. Oh my god. Is he live streaming right now, or did he just put that up on a video, Maddie? I'm kind of glad I checked chat before I jumped into this. And wow, what a story to talk about when, oh shit. Oof. Wow. Okay. Oh, it's around 3 minutes long. Okay. It was a video. Okay. Well, everybody be sure to send Bloodwing your condolences, your well wishes. It's always hard to lose a family member. You know, and now he's got to, help his daughter pick up the pieces and his grandkids, and that's rough. I heard son-in-law and my immediate thought went to J-Kid. Oh, no, that's his actual son. I feel so horrible. Yeah, that is rough. Like, to lose a family member and then like he's got to help his grandbabies now, and well, of course he's going to always be there for his grandkids, but like that is rough. That's rough for the whole family. First Shoe on Head, then it was Weibo, now it's Bloodwing. Hi, Lindsay. Too many people are dying so young. Yeah, I agree. Check your logic. And now I really don't feel like it would be right for me to read this article. It was hold on. It was Fanny's husband and J-Kid's bestie. Oof. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, we're gonna like not read this article cuz that's a little too on the nose. We're gonna skip the biological aging thing cuz that's just, yeah, I don't want to have news of somebody that I like and I follow losing somebody, and I'm just going to be like, and now let's read about biological age and how to reverse it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I didn't even know his son-in-law was in the hospital, says Check Your Logic. Yeah, I knew he was sick. I just didn't know. I didn't know that it had gone that badly. So instead of reading about reversing aging, let's read about this Wendy's manager who was arrested for allegedly assaulting a 17-year-old employee. Because, that's, I guess, better than reading about reversal of aging. I don't know. I don't know. So let's get through these links to the body of the article here. This is another Fox story.
One 22-year-old manager of an Indiana Wendy's was arrested on Friday for allegedly assaulting a 17-year-old employee, court documents detail. An argument between the supervisor and employee allegedly turned violent when the manager punched the worker in the back of the head and pulled her hair in blows that yanked the minor to the ground, where the minor was further beaten up, per the claims.
God damn. You punch the kid in the back of the head and yank her hair, and that's crazy. Let me guess, there's security camera footage. I don't know. Let's see.
Was an argument between this Patricia Colley was on duty as a manager at a Mishawaka area Wendy's on July 29 when she got involved in an argument with a 17-year-old female employee. ABC 5 reports. Patricia Colley, pictured, was on duty as a manager at a Mishawaka area Wendy's on July 29 when she got involved in an argument with a 17-year-old female employee. ABC 5. Patricia Colley during the quarrel, the teenager said she tried to walk out of the restaurant's back door when Colley attacked her from behind, the probable cause affidavit states. Court documents detail that the manager began punching the employee in the back of the head and pulling her hair before attacking her on the ground. As per ABC, Collie is also said to have bitten the teen's left hand during the violent spat.
God damn.
Link. Click here to sign up for our life. Link. During the quarrel, the teenager said she tried to walk out of the restaurant's back door when Collie attacked her from behind. The probable cause affidavit states, image. The Wendy's employee was later treated for a possible concussion and the bite mark.
Oh, wow.
York, Mishawaka police responded to the scene on reports of assault. According to ABC, Collie was arrested on September 6th in relation to the accusations and now faces charges of battery and disorderly conduct.
No doubt.
Link. Click here to get. Janine Puhek is an editor for Fox.
Because there's a video at the top, I think. Let's see if this is a report or the video.
Press play button. Jump ahead button. Your 0/02. Mute off switch 02/00. Jump ahead. Jump back. Pause button.
No,
Press.
It's not going to show it. It's just an
Play
ad thingy.
button.
Okay. Well, I was hoping there would be security footage. So this 22-year-old woman attacked another 17-year-old girl because, you know, that's what you do when you're a manager, I guess. It doesn't say. It just says they got into an altercation, straight with mail. Goddamn, rage much, says Duck Dog. No kidding. No kidding. Yeah, that's what I figured. It was just not an actual video. So let's find out how disappointing Torontonians are, shall we? Because this here is just sad. This article that we've got over here. Let's see. So this says, what a novel new study tells us about why Toronto residents don't like to work. This is, don't bike to, or now won't bike to work. Sorry. Don't bike to work. I'll tell you why Toronto residents don't bike to work. The city is huge, first of all. Second of all, Toronto drivers are retarded. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say that. Toronto drivers are dumb fucks. And third of all, we live in this wonderful place called Canada where, 7 to 8 months out of the year is snow. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to ride a bicycle in snow. I mean, it can be done, but it's really not your most comfortable way to travel, especially during those really windy winter days, or, the ones where, snow is just coating everything. Oh, hello, P-Dog. Tell us how you really feel. So it's just, you just got back from watching Bloodwing's video. Oh, yeah. That is sad. But yeah, this is, this novel new study is going to tell us probably everything that I just said. Let's see. Let's see if let's see if my prediction is correct.
For an experienced cyclist like Karen Segal, her daily commute downtown should be a breeze. The distance between the 32-year-old lawyer's home and the office where she works isn't far, and the terrain is mostly flat. Subscribe now. Basic. Subscribe. Truck. Cancel anytime. Link. Already occurrence. Link. Unlimited access to the meet link. Or
Fuck off.
Link 14185511.
Really?
Between the Eastern Standard Time hour. Between the out. What an awful news study.
Are you going to give me a paywall? You piece of shit. Is that seriously what's happening here? It totally is. You fucking suck. Paywalled. Paywalled. Boo on you. The Star. That's why it's a paywall. It's the Star. That's why. Screw you, the Toronto Star, and your paywalls. Nobody likes you. That's why you have paywalls. I swear I see that headline and I immediately think something is that something is silly. Yep. I'm just going to say that that's what that study shows us, because those are my guesses as to why people in Toronto. Yes, people in Toronto. Why people in Toronto don't bike to work. Let's find the heading or the headline for this. Where is it here? Where is it here? Because I want to read about this Hong Kong demonstration, because this is getting crazy. Where's the no thanks? No thanks button. Where is it? Okay, so we're going to read about the, students in Hong Kong making human chains. And we have a video. So it says hundreds of secondary school students, many wearing masks with their uniforms, formed human chains in districts across Hong Kong. So let's see if we can... Oh, let's click on that X and get that gone. Okay. Oh, fuck off, ads. Well, there's no, I can't get the volume up, but so that's the... I thought BP would look a lot older. I'm only 30, Banana Liquor. If America wants to world police, now would be a good time. Yeah. See you later, Kefki. So yeah, that's the, there's like no volume that I can... Cancel countdown. So let's get out of that. So let's get out of that and read the story. So
button. Hundreds of secondary school students, many wearing masks with their uniforms, formed human chains in districts across link Hong Kong on Monday in support of anti-government protesters after another weekend of clashes in the link Chinese-ruled city. Metro stations which had closed on Sunday amid sometimes violent confrontations reopened, although the mood in the Asian financial hub remained tense. Advertisement. Third-party app. Read more. Link. The Hong Kong government warned foreign law. Link. The Hong Kong government warned foreign lawmakers not to interfere in the internal affairs of the former British colony after thousands of protesters called on U.S. President Donald Trump to liberate the city. Your current.
Oh, that's interesting. So the actual Hong Kong government is saying, listen, we don't want foreign involvement. We need to take care of this ourselves. That's an interesting approach. I mean, I respect them for it. I really do. But yeah, that's an interesting take.
Chinese state media on Monday said Hong Kong was an inseparable part of China and any form of secessionism will be crushed. Watch. Hong Kong protesters marched to U.S. consulate, call on Trump to play video. Edit_1_ 3 months. The China Daily newspaper said Sunday's rally was proof foreign forces were behind the protests and warned demonstrators should stop trying the patience of the central government.
Oh, that's terrifying.
3 months of protests over a now withdrawn extradition bill have evolved into a broader backlash against the government. Many activists are angry over. Read more. 3 months of protests over a now withdrawn extradition bill have evolved into a broad and an independent inquiry into accusations of police brutality during demonstrations. Read link. The protesters' other demands include the retraction of the word riot to describe demonstrations, the release of all those arrested, and the right for Joshua Wong. One of the protesters' other demands include the retraction of the word riot to describe demonstrations, the release of all those arrested, and the right for Hong Kong people to choose their own leaders.
Yeah. The Hong Kong government is a bunch of patsies for the Chinese state. That's what it looks like. Duck dog. Like, don't worry, boys. The CCP will do the right thing.
Joshua Wong, one of the leaders of the pro-democracy umbrella movement 5 years ago, was to appear in court on Monday for breaching bail conditions following his arrest in August when he was charged with inciting and participating in an unauthorized assembly.
An unauthorized assembly. Okay, do you see people
Cancel
who...
countdown.
Shut up. People who bitch about our countries, like the US and Canada. At least we can fucking assemble. At least we can fucking assemble and protest. That's ridiculous. So let's switch to the next. We've got 2 more stories to do before we start reacting to the video clip that I will pull up in my Twitter. So we're going to read here about Brexit. If I don't get paywalled. So this says, cornered by Parliament and running out of allies, Johnson scrambles to salvage Brexit strategy. I see. Riots is not newspeak. No. Yeah, this shit in Hong Kong is getting crazy. It really is. So this was published yesterday, updated 4 hours ago. All right, here's the body of the article.
PM Boris Johnson doesn't have much room to maneuver. Pool/Reuters. Menu. He's been cornered by. He's been cornered by Parliament and abandoned by a growing number of political allies. But British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has remained defiant as he scrambles to salvage his Brexit strategy.
He really has, and good on him.
On Monday, Mr. Johnson will try once again to call an early election, convinced it's the only way out of the Brexit logjam. But the opposition parties have already signaled that they won't give the required consent, set up for another week of political intrigue and Brexit limbo.
Political intrigue or just people laughing at your antics in the House of Commons? I think it's more the second thing.
We will surmount all the obstacles in our path, Mr. Johnson declared to the Sunday Express. But whatever happens, we will get ready to come out on October 31st and we will serve this country and its people with the energy and commitment they deserve. Link. UK Parliament to be suspended. Link. Mr. Johnson doesn't have much room to maneuver. He has pledged to pull Britain out of the European Union on October 31st, with or without a withdrawal agreement, but he has been badly outflanked in Parliament. A rebel alliance of MPs has passed a law that prevents a no-deal Brexit and the opposition won't agree to an election until after Halloween, to ensure the country doesn't crash out of the bloc. Mr. Johnson's position in the House of Commons has also been weakened by his decision to expel 21 Conservative MPs who sided with the opposition, and his claim that he can still reach an agreement with the EU before the deadline has come under fire after EU officials said no meaningful talks have taken place.
See, I would just, if I was him, I would just be like, no, we're done, no deal. We're out. He's rope-a-doping them into a hard Brexit. Yeah, Duck Dog, you're right. That's exactly what he's doing.
Another blow came on the weekend when Work and Pensions Secretary Amber Rudd resigned from cabinet and left the Tory caucus. In a letter to the Prime Minister, Ms. Rudd issued a scathing attack on Mr. Johnson's Brexit plans and slammed his treatment of fellow Conservatives. This short-sighted calling of my colleagues has stripped the party of broad-minded and dedicated Conservative MPs. I cannot support this act of political vandalism, she wrote. Ms. Rudd added that she didn't believe Mr. Johnson really wanted an agreement with the EU and that his real objective was a no-deal departure, which she fears would damage the economy.
Oh, you people don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do you know how many people there are willing to trade with you if you're not part of the EU? The biggest one being the US? There will be a blip and then you guys will recover. It will be fine. Like, the EU is not some centuries old thing that no one is used to being without. It's fucking, what, 30 years old at the oldest? And people are acting like leaving the European Union is as ginormous a thing as, Henry VIII leaving the Catholic Church and starting the Church of England. Like, no. It will survive.
Came just days after Mr. Johnson's brother, Joe Johnson, also quit the cabinet and the party in opposition to the Prime Minister's Brexit plan. Boris Johnson has stood firm and said he'd rather be dead in a ditch than accept any extension to the deadline. Just how he can fulfill that commitment remains to be seen, but he does have a couple of options. He could try to find a way around the no-deal Brexit legislation. The law is expected to come into force on Monday and it requires Mr. Johnson to seek a 3-month extension to the October 31st deadline if he hasn't reached an agreement with the EU by October 19th. You are currently on it. Story continues below. FSK frame. But Mr. Johnson has prepared plans to legally stop any Brexit extension. The Daily Telegraph reported late on Sunday. According to the newspaper, a plan under consideration would see Mr. Johnson sending a letter alongside Parliament's request for a 3-month Brexit extension, setting out that the government does not want any delay after October 31st. Mr. Johnson has already hinted that he'll look for a loophole. He told reporters last week that the legislation would only force him to request a delay in theory and, on Sunday, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab went further. We're always going to behave lawfully as a government, Mr. Raab told Sky TV. But what we are going to do with that legislation is test very carefully what it does and doesn't require. You are currently...
Okay, so you've said a bunch of nothing. US, Canada, Australia, Japan, Korea, South Korea, China, Russia. Yep. Costin, hello. Good to have you.
That's prompted outrage from opposition MPs who have hired a team of lawyers to prepare for a legal battle. Every tyrannical dictator on the planet throughout history has used the excuse of having the people on their side to break the law to shut down Parliament and all the rest of it, said Shami Chakrabarti, a Labour Party member of the House of Lords. Some legal experts and Britain's former chief prosecutor have said that Mr. Johnson risks being thrown in jail if he breaks the law.
What law is he breaking? Honestly, what law is Boris Johnson breaking? I don't understand. Seamus, good afternoon to you, sir.
Mr. Johnson could also avoid extending the deadline by resigning as Prime Minister and allowing Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn to form a government. Mr. Johnson could then move a motion of non-confidence in the government and try to force an election. So far, Mr. Johnson appears to have ruled out resigning, but he has good reason to be eager for an election. Recent opinion polls put the Tories on top and up to 12 points clear of Labour. More from World. U.S.
Yeah, he's not going to resign. No way. He is the UK version of Trump, says Maddie. They don't like him. No, they don't. They don't like him, and therefore he's evil and horrible and has done terrible dictatory things. So they will rake him over the coals for nothing. Yep.
The EU could also offer Mr. Johnson a way out. Any extension to the Brexit deadline must be approved by the other 27 EU states. On Sunday, French Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian expressed frustration at the political drama in Britain and threatened to veto any extension. We are not going to do this. Extend the deadline every 3 months, he told Europe One Radio. It's very worrying. The British must tell us what they want.
They have told you what they want. They want to leave. And you won't let them leave Europe or the European Union. So I don't know what you like. This is so stupid. Tell me what you want. I want to go. No, you can't go. Tell me what you want. But I want to leave. No, you can't leave. What do you want? They have demonized Johnson for years, says Armskiller. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Excuse me. I remember years and years ago when he first came on the scene, they were like, oh, he's some stupid, uptight, right-wing Christian guy. Yeah, it's
complimentary.
Quite a while ago now. The law says he has to seek an extension. The EU won't keep doing it. It's a non-enforceable law. So they're saying that he's breaking a law that can't be enforced. That's amazing. Lindsay says the problem is the Remainers in British Parliament that refuse to reach a deal that will completely cut ties with the EU. Yeah. That's a good point.
Heading level 2. Link. End of follow Paul Wald link.
Oh, that's the end of that story, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, so now let's read about what the hurricane has done in Nova Scotia. And then we will do the video clip. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to just show the 3-minute clip. And then I'm going to pull up the actual podcast because they took a whole, they made a whole segment and had people call in and ask them if they would let blind people look after their kids and stuff. So, it was a whole shit show. But first, I'm just going to show you the actual clip, and then we'll look for the segment of callers. And we may actually read some of the comments on that video as well. But first, we will read about Hurricane Dorian and Nova Scotia. So it says hundreds of thousands in Atlantic Canada still in the dark after Hurricane Dorian. Social sharing links. Let's get all through these. All right. So this is a picture of crews working to clean up fallen trees on Wellington Street in Halifax. This is on one of the streets in Halifax that we're looking at right now. I would trust you with kids more than myself, says Duck Dog. Thanks, man. Let's see. So yeah, that's what it looks like right now in Halifax. And here's the body of the article.
Crews are continuing Monday to chainsaw through trees and repair downed power lines across Nova Scotia in the aftermath of powerful Storm Dorian, amid widespread outages and closures, including all public schools.
Wow.
More than 200,000 homes and businesses were still without electricity across the Atlantic region, and officials in Nova Scotia have warned it could be up to a week for power to be restored in some areas of the province.
Wow, that's a long time. I've got family friends that live in Prince Edward Island, and they said they got hit pretty hard as well.
There are certain parts of Halifax that I can say, having seen it firsthand, that there are some very complex restorations that need to occur, Nova Scotia Power President Karen Hutt told CBC's. There's some major tree damage. Dorian approached the region as a Category 2 hurricane and made landfall near Halifax on Saturday evening as a post-tropical storm with hurricane-strength winds. The province's South Shore and the Halifax area were most affected by outages, she said. Nova Scotia Power, a privately owned utility, is managing its restoration plan according to the path Dorian struck, Hutt said, leaving Cape Breton Island as one of the last places in the province that will address.
Oh, wow.
On Monday at 6 a.m., there were 211,000 Nova Scotia Power customers without electricity. In other provinces, the number of customers without power at that time were. You list 3 items. Bullet, 21,000 in Prince Edward Island. 1 Bullet, 15,000 in New Brunswick. 2 of Bullet, 1,500 in Newfoundland. 3 of.
Oh, that's not too bad.
End of list. The Nova Scotia government will focus its efforts on restoring power in cell phone services on Monday, said Premier Stephen McNeil. The networks of several Link cell providers have been down or intermittently working. Following Dorian, hundreds of Canadian Armed Forces staff deployed Sunday continued to help crews clearing roads and removing downed trees Monday.
Yeah. They often call in the army to come and help out with stuff like this. Hello, Johnny. Oh, you guys sent some hydro guys over? Cool. I didn't know the US did that. That's cool. That's really cool.
Emergency management officials urge drivers to stay off the roads after snaking drive-through lines. At some, a few open fast food restaurants impeded the path of emergency vehicles on Sunday.
Oh yeah, because if there are restaurants that are able to be open and people don't have food in their houses or a way to cook the food that they have, they're gonna go off to the drive-through.
With many traffic lights out at major intersections, police were also warning those who do have to drive to treat those lights as a four-way stop. Which
people never do.
Twitter tweet, frame. Public schools across Nova Scotia closed Monday. After weekend ferry closures, Marine Atlantic is keeping an eye on the weather forecast in hopes of getting its crossings between Newfoundland and Nova Scotia back on track.
So even the ferries have been stopped for the weekend. Wow, that's crazy.
Dorian's storm system is tracking more than 280 kilometers off Newfoundland's northern peninsula into the North Atlantic.
It's still, I thought it's still an actual system? Wow.
The hurricane left. Link. 70,000 people in need of food and shelter and at least 44 dead. When it struck the Bahamas last week, there are fears. Link. A staggering untold number of people died as thousands remain missing. After the Category 5 hurricane pummeled the islands for 2 days. The Outer Bank Islands of North Carolina were also Link. Struck by Dorian, leaving Link. Struck by Dorian, leaving 4 dead. Your current. More top stories.
Wow, that's a pretty significant hurricane. That is a very, very significant. The guys from Treewire in New Brunswick come down when we need help. Yeah, I should have known that because I should have known that we sent help to each other's countries. I know we've sent plows down to Buffalo before. I know that we've helped to. I know we've helped unbury some U.S. cities from snow. So it wouldn't surprise me that we send people between the borders to repair hydro and stuff like that. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna jump over to my Twitter DMs. And we're gonna click on this. And I'm gonna. God damn it.
What's your name, Mom?
010.
My name is Chelsea,
Hey,
and
Chelsea, are you getting ready for school?
actually I'm in college. I know you guys probably think I'm like 9.
Yes, you sound like you're 9, Chelsea. You sound like the second coming of Michelle.
Pause. Okay.
Now
Play.
this is all audio, so there's not much for you to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the clip. This girl, she says she's in college. And she's calling into what's called the Breakfast Club. And I guess they are hosted by iHeartMedia. And they have a call-in show, and she's calling in because she's frustrated that it's hard for blind people to get jobs, and in her example is babysitting. And we're going to listen to these. A friend of mine knows the girl who called in. She used to work at the NFB training center in Minnesota, says Diana with 2 N's. Oh, well then. So, this girl is calling in trying to air her grievances about people not hiring blind people, which is a thing. It's definitely a thing. That's kind of why I'm doing this YouTube deal. So while we listen to this, and we'll react, and I'll try and find the actual. This is just a clip, but I'll try and find the actual podcast, because they actually after this opened up the phones and asked their audience if they would have people, blind people, look after their kids, and I actually haven't heard that part, and I'd like to hear it and see what these people call in and say. So, but first we're just gonna push play on this.
Play. K.
You may
Play.
not know who Michelle is, but they did a movie on her on Lifetime a couple years ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I'm just really irritated because my friends and I were all, blind or vision impaired, and it seems like nobody wants to hire us because, all of these parents, they want, they want us babysitter
Well, Chelsea,
kids to like parks and stuff instead of sitting in in the houses and watching movies and playing games and stuff like that. Like,
Chelsea?
it's so freaking annoying.
Chelsea, I'm not going to front. You're blind. I wouldn't want you to walk my kids around the city and do things with them.
It's alright.
You're blind.
You people, do you realize that, like, there's actually, what?
See, now she's not doing I'm going to say this right now. My phone is kind of working right now, and I don't know why. Well, isn't that a good thing? What you should do is try and get this girl on the air and interview her on the Friday show. You know what? I should try and find her because I'd like to get her perspective, like her point, because this is such a short clip, and I think she got put on the spot because I don't think that she thought she was going to be on the air, and she didn't quite articulate. I think I know what she was trying to say, but she really didn't articulate it well, and then these idiots didn't help because they were trying to do bants with her, and she just didn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't working, and these guys were being really stupid about their bants. Like if you're gonna banter with somebody, at least be educated about what you're gonna talk, banter about. Like bants is all well and good, but you at least have to know what you're banting about before you start running your mouth. And that's where these guys messed up.
Play.
Blind person that are all famous, and you guys like look up to them, like Ray Charles and stuff.
Yeah, but Ray Charles ain't walking my kids around the city. Ray Charles was playing the piano and entertaining us.
Whatever.
Okay, so blind people are just. So did you guys know that all I'm good for is just entertaining you guys? I shouldn't be taking Alex and Logan to the park. I should just stay behind this microphone and entertain you guys. Maybe I should, start practicing my guitar more earnestly because I could understand. See, Armskiller, if you have a good point. He says, I can understand why a parent would be reluctant to hire a blind person for babysitting, but I also think it's a lack of understanding about the blind. Yes. There are a few blind people that I know who have home daycares, and what they do is they get the children brought to them so that they are at their house near parks that they know, and their house is like baby proofed and set up and everything so that they can care for the children safely. Usually the blind people who do run home daycares are parents already. Alex and Logan need to take themselves to the park. Oh, well, they'll do that when they're a bit older. They're still, Oh, thank you. Thank you, Diana with 2 N's. She sent me the link to the full podcast, so we'll go through and listen to that segment. Thank you very much, Diana. But yeah, they usually do it in their own home. They usually have a like babysitting in their own homes so that there's no, getting lost in someone else's house or whatever. Like they know everything, where everything is, the child, they know exactly how their house is baby proofed. They what I what we did for Alex and what we're gonna get for Logan as well are these little bells, like you know the stuff you can find at craft stores. They're very small bells, but Pink Hollow sewed them onto the back of Alex's shoes, and we're gonna do this for Logan as well because Logan's at the age where he's too young to understand that you have to stay with mom. But and all I would do is listen for the bells when Alex was at the park, so I could hear where he was. There are things like the backpack leashes that I had talked about last week, the little animals that go on the kid's back, and the tail is the leash. Like there are tons of baby carriers. You wear the baby on your back or on your front, and that way you know exactly where baby is. And these guys are just being ignorant, first of all. And this poor girl, like, I know what she's trying to say, but she's so flustered. Like, I think she was honestly expecting a different response, and she got so flustered that she couldn't argue her point properly. Yeah.
Play.
Let me ask you a question.
Like, oh my goodness, you guys are such inspirations, and now you like, oh, I don't want to.
Well, wait a minute. No, let's be for real. Now, listen. Now we're gonna be for real here. Would Uber hire you to drive a car? No.
I said I want to drive no car.
We don't want you going on the street. You want to walk around my kids?
Yeah, because driving and babysitting are two perfectly comparable things. You hear that, Pincolo? I look after our kids, so therefore you should let me drive to the grocery store next time. Like, that's their logic. Uber wouldn't hire you to drive a car, so you shouldn't be in charge of children. That's their logic. I don't quite get that. I really don't.
Play.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry.
And she just said, see, and this is what she said. Yes, she thinks Uber would hire her to drive. No.
Play.
Love you, Chelsea. No. Like, no, we gotta stop this. Like, it's something. We have to draw the line somewhere.
You
Chelsea.
can't walk around the street. You can't walk around the streets with my kids.
Blind people can do almost anything that everybody else can do.
Except for watch people's kids.
Now, I'm not even following that up because you're the one who said watch people's kids.
Oh, you smart ass. See, now they're trying to do bants, right? They're trying to be funny. They're doing this whole thing that every sighted person does when a blind person uses a word like watch or look. They think they're being funny and they go, oh, you're not watching anything. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, shut up. You know what the fuck we meant. Just shut up. It's not funny. Like, it's funny sometimes, but it gets old really quick. Bro, just let the kids drive. Problem solved. One involves heavy machinery, one doesn't. My God, says Armskiller. You don't. There's a word that means ignorant, but you're not allowed to say it. It would describe these individuals perfectly. I want to see that and make sure the dash cam is running. Uber won't hire me and I can't fly a plane. Does that mean I can't take care of the elderly? Yep. Yep. That's exactly what that means. Check your logic.
Play.
As a blind person, think about that.
But they,
You should have said babysit.
You know what? You can't do that. Like,
No, you listen, Chelsea. You said blind people can't watch other people's kids. You are right. Okay, all right, Chelsea.
We're supposed
Now, and he's saying, watch, like this is fucking stupid. He's trying to be, he thinks he's being funny because he's saying, you know, you said that blind people can't watch other people's kids, and you're right. Technically, yes, but you know what she meant, and you're being a douchebag about it. Hi, Mr. Dax. Yeah, you're being an absolute douchebag about it. What are the machine requirements to take care of my pets or myself? Says Check Your Logic. You at least have to be able to use a riding lawnmower, I think. Maybe a tractor.
Play.
We're
No.
really independent.
Yes, I get that, Chelsea, but there's no way I'm going to let you watch my kids.
They're not even fully blind.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna compromise with you. At a certain age, young kids, I don't think so.
No way.
11, 12, 13,
Maybe.
Yeah, young kids though, no.
Pause.
So you would let a blind person babysit a kid that doesn't need babysitting legally? 11, 12, 13, that's legal to stay home. Also, 11, 12, 13-year-olds being left alone with a strange blind person. How many of y'all would lie to that blind person because just to see what you could get away with because you're teenagers? Be honest here. I mean, accurate, but ouch, says Mr. Dax. Yeah. I'm not reading that. These podcasts want people like her because it's easy to disprove people like her. Yeah. That's true. But I mean, seriously, how many teenagers do you think would honestly be truthful if they were being babysat by a blind person, especially one that they just met? It would be more dangerous for a teenager to be in the care of a blind person because teenagers, I don't care who they are devious, sociopathic liars. Okay, all of them. All of them. And you can't tell me that a teenager wouldn't test the boundaries of someone who couldn't see what they were doing. More than a young kid. Way more than a young kid. Like, young kids will test you, right? But they don't have the mental capacity to be as devious as a teenager does. All right? They also don't have the height, the strength, and the just physical abilities to get into as much shit as a teenager does. I don't understand this logic.
Play.
No, I just wouldn't. Not my 11-month-old, not my 4-year-old, no.
Well, thank you, Chelsea.
Whatever. Bye, guys.
Pause.
See? And that's the end of that clip. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that tab. I'm going to open the Twitter notification here. Notifications. We're going to go. Yeah, there we go. God damn it, that's not what I wanted. I screwed up. Hello, Moonshock. If you can run a lathe, you can watch a dog. That's funny. So what I'm going to do, since I screwed up the Twitter link and don't want to show my Twitter credentials because, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new tab, go into YouTube, and search for it myself. Don't worry, RVA, it's all good. It's probably mean, but I don't think even she knows she was talking about. No, she was the wrong person to call in about that. Like, and I would love to talk to her and see what she meant to say, like what she wanted to say, because I really think that's the one we just watched. Whoa! What we're gonna do is, you know what I'm gonna do? See you later, Ryder. Since you guys can't see my Chrome, I'm gonna go get the I'm gonna go get the link. I'm gonna get the link from Twitter on Chrome, and then I'm going to bring it back into Safari. And of course, Twitter has no. What I'm gonna do is sorry guys, I am lost here. I'm trying to do this without showing my freaking Twitter credentials, because it's not keeping me logged in. Neither Chrome nor Safari has decided to actually save my passwords, even though I clicked save my password. Isn't that helpful? Isn't that amazing, you guys? You deleted your Facebook page last week, huh? I'm very, very, very close to doing that myself, Moonshock. I'm just so sick of the crap on Facebook. It just drives me crazy. Use Internet Explorer. I don't think I can use Internet Explorer. Seriously, guys, I don't think I could use Internet Explorer with Mac. I really don't. I don't think it works with Mac. Where is the one from 2 days ago? Where's the one? I'm getting closer. Plus 8 more, huh? Let's find that one. Yeah, we're gonna, I bet, because it's from last Wednesday. That's what it's from Wednesday. So if I can find it. Yeah, it's from. You know what I should have done? Because I'm dumb. I only go on Facebook for honestly for the stuff to rant about and to see what my family does. No, I didn't want my notifications. I wanted my account. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my account and then I'm going to go to my history. Because it's in my history and I know it is. Your channel, paid memberships, switch accounts, sign out. Where the fuck is the fucking history thing? Ah, this is fucking stupid. Okay. Since I don't update my Facebook page anyway, it's not used. Yeah, that's a good point, Duck Dog or Moonshock. But they say it takes 30 days to delete. It does. It does. So you guys can only see my Safari page, right? You can't see StreamYard or like my Chrome page. So if I log into my Twitter, you're not going to see what I'm typing in, right? Just making sure. Okay, good. Okay. Just want to make sure you guys are only seeing my okay, log in. Ow. My freaking ankle just cracked. That was my ankle, you guys just. All we see is you on the left and the news article on the right. Perfect. All right. I'm going to get the link. Then I'm going to bring it over here. And then I'm going to bring it over to Safari. There we go. Here's the link to the full podcast. Okay. Copy link. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay. I did this. All right. Now close that. Go back to StreamYard. Open a new tab. Go to the address bar. Go in here. Paste that. Hit enter. Oh, it copied the tweet. Oh, well, that's close enough. That's fine. All right. Oh, perfect. And look, an ad that's playing over the video. That's amazing. Where's the ad? Okay. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, guys. This is screwing with me. I'm trying to find this and it's all screwing with me here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay.
People's kids. You are right. Okay. All right.
Chelsea.
Guys, why is this not working? So this, I'm trying to find. So this guy just when they hang up with this guy, when they hang up with her, the last thing they say is, "That's so wrong." And it's like, really? That's wrong to you? Skip ads, thank fuck. So this guy just ends by saying, "That's so wrong." And it's people like these guys. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant for a minute here. And I'm going to it's fast recording, huh? The Breakfast Club is not known for intelligent conversation. Who's that is one of the guys off of Power 105.1, I think, FM's The Breakfast Club. They're an iHeartRadio subsidiary. And you know what's really messed up about this, guys? The owner of iHeartMedia, his mom went blind when he was a kid. And there is nothing about what these guys have said that is okay. And I don't understand why I just don't understand why, first of all, if you're a blind person, and I really don't want to shit on this Chelsea girl because I know what she was trying to do, right? And when I was young like her, I wanted nothing more than to just have a job for myself to earn a little bit of money. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through this bit of I'm trying to get through a little bit more of this trying to get through a bit more of this stupid trying to get through this stupid caller to hear about the segment. But she didn't do a very good job of explaining what she meant. And but on the same token, these guys didn't make a lick of effort to understand what she was talking about. They wanted to make jokes and be like, "Yeah, you're right. You can't watch other people's kids." Ah, ha, 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 ha. Like, yeah, we get it. All right, we get it. It's freaking stupid. Oh, look, more ads. Fuck sakes. Did I skip through? I think I skipped through the I think that's the shitty part is I skipped through the segment. Yep. What is okay, yeah, they're just talking about stupid shit now. But these people who are willfully ignorant of the world piss me off more than people who are just dumb. You know what, Duck Dog? That is a brilliant way to look at it. Absolutely brilliant way to look at it. And like there are so many, like if you Google blind parenting on YouTube, there are tons and tons of examples of blind people that successfully parent their kids. And it's just insane. So this is just my brain has been exploding for the past few days about all of this. And the other problem is that blind people, I've read a few posts where blind people are saying, well, this is why freedom of speech shouldn't be a thing. To which I say, whoa, 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 whoa. No, don't say that, because we need free speech. We need to be calling out stupidity like this. We need to be we absolutely need to just be, when people say stupid things like blind people can't look after kids, you need to expose that. And if free speech is gone, then how are you supposed to do that? I completely don't agree with, freedom of speech shouldn't be a thing because my feelings are hurt. No. Respond. Use that hurt. You just need a really high IQ to understand them. Let's see. How would they be able to raise these issues if they couldn't say it? Exactly. Exactly. So, since I couldn't find the segment, or I couldn't get the segment to play properly, what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the show with another little bit of a reaction here, because we've got about 20 minutes left. And there's a video. I know you guys are probably going to hate me for this. I just hope people don't watch Molly Burke's babysitting video and go, oh, that's how it's done. Oh, God. I agree with you, Diana. That was terrifying. And speaking of Molly Burke, there's a video I found after I did the Shane Dawson pretending to be blind video. And it is called Meeting a Blind Person for the First Time, Awkward. And it is by Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson. And this is when Shane meets Molly for the first time. And what we're going to do is, I haven't seen this actually at all. Please, no more Shane Dawson. Okay, we won't do any more Shane Dawson. All right. We won't do any more Shane Dawson. I promise. I won't click the link. Oh. Not Molly, fearful face. She's, let's see. All right, guys. I won't do this to you. I won't do this to you. I won't. How about this? No, well, let's I will save this video for an actual full stream then. How's that, guys? How's that? I will save this I will save that for an actual blind reaction video. I won't be horrible to you, I promise. Today, anyway. I won't be horrible to you today. But you know what we will do? What we will do is I will go and I will read to you some of the comments in the video. So what I will do is I will go back to the video of the Breakfast Club and I will push pause. So let's see. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go here and then I'm going to push pause. Apparently I'm not. Because why are you not working? There we go. That's the one I wanted. Okay. We're going to skip these ads and then we're going to push pause. And then I'm going to go to the comments section. Skip ads. Ugh. These ads piss me off. Go away. Oh, listen to this.
Subscribe to channel.
I would let a deaf person watch my kids, but that is very true, man. You got to hear what's going on with these kids in the other room.
They can hear, they just can't see.
No, but he said deaf.
Like with the blind.
I thought they're definite.
What if they in the kitchen or something about to go for the bleach? Come on, man.
Why is your bleach in the kitchen?
Subscribe. Clickable.
You don't put.
Subscribe. Erica featured on. Erica subscribe. End of subscribe. 35. End of 30. Pause. 35. Pause.
I got like a laundry room. You know, I'm just saying.
He ain't got no laundry room, man. Everything's in the kitchen. Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Javon. I'm on?
Yeah, Javon, you on, man? Would you let a blind person watch your kids or babysit?
Man, hell no. Like, would you watch your own kids with your eyes closed?
What the fuck?
I love it. That's logic.
You can watch, like, nothing against blind people, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can watch some old people. I got a 3-month-old, you know what I'm saying? And like, when she wake me up in the morning, like, the first thing I do is hit the light. Like, what if she get quiet and she choking and I don't know? You know
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why you fucking take classes like any parent would, you fucktard.
Young kid, I'm the same as you. I got 11 months old and a 4-year-old. So it's like, yeah, like, you know, I can't trust a blind person with that responsibility. I just think that's too much for them.
I agree.
Exactly. What if she trip holding the baby or something and now you know what I'm saying? You watch.
What if you trip holding the baby? Seriously. Argument from incredulity, yeah. Oh, look, Google advertising a Google product. Yeah, I know. Isn't that interesting? But it looks like I found some of this segment, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to respond to this for the rest of the show.
Pause.
Right. All right. Well, all right. Thank you, brother. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is, look, man, I think a lot of people can do a lot of different things, and I think that we should encourage, people that are impaired to attempt to do whatever it is that they want, but we also have to look out for each other in these situations. I wouldn't put that responsibility on a blind person, and I wouldn't put that risk on my children.
All right. Now,
Pause. K.
And you're a
Play.
fucking retard because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump through to the comments. I'm gonna let's see what the like to dislike ratio is here. So we've got 5,904 views published on the 4th of September, 72 likes, 11 oh wow, it's not as disliked as I would have thought. Maybe it's because it's not the full maybe it's because it's not the full video or the actual maybe it's because it's not the actual video or actual channel. But let's see what comments we have here. Let's see what these comments are. Holy crap, there's so much freaking recommended crap. Where are the damn comments? I just want to read some of the damn comments. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the actual video. I'm going to go to the actual video on my phone because I know where the comments are. Let's see. I know where the video is. Let's see. All right. Here are some of the comments. Let's hit the pause button here. All right. So here's a comment. Let's see. Oh, nobody's commented after me. So there's a thing from a person called Friend of the Show that says, honestly, how TF a blind person gon' watch kids face with tears of joy emoji? And they muted. Oh, sorry. Sorry, they were mentioning. Let's see. There's another blind person commenting. Let's see. So Oh, somebody actually says that how are you gonna watch your kids with your eyes closed and learning or finding out if your kid is choking when you can't see is a good scenario. Fuck off. Oh, and here's another one from a blind person or a partially blind person that says, I'm sorry. I love the Breakfast Club, but this was extremely rude. I'm partially blind. And I watch kids all the time. How do I watch them? Just like you would. I listen for them. Would they want food? I get them food. We can also hear what part of the house the kids are in. Yeah, of course. Here's another one. Don't mean to be rude, but how a blind person gon' watch kids? Why are people not talking right? Here's someone that says, I'm a totally blind second grade teacher who's been teaching for 3 years. There you go. Show's kind of janky today, man, says somebody else. Somebody says, I will never let a blind person watch my kid. Let's see what the replies are. View all replies. And I'm sure a blind person wouldn't allow you to watch their child either. See, that can work both ways. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So those are just some of the comments. And I hate to say this, but if you could, just all of these comments and all of these things, why are, and they're so uneducated and so ignorant and so wrong. How TF are they going to look after their own kid with that stupidness? Yeah. Sure, I could definitely not look after a baby if I was to become blind tomorrow, says Jenny. But people who have been blind for most of their lives could surely do it. Yeah. If a blind person had babysitting experience, would he still refuse to hire them? Honestly, probably. Unfortunately. I feel a rant coming on. I guess they don't know you. Yep. Argument from incredulity. Yeah, but yeah, that is rude. That's Ebonics BP. I know. That's how they've written, but that is actually how the comment is written. How TF a blind person gon' look after a kid? They wrote that out. It's a largely black channel. Apprehension, sure, but outright refusal is just moronic. I agree. And it's really hard for me to point shit like this out without seeming like a racist, right? But it's this is what would these guys do if one of their kids went blind somehow, tragically, and they grew up and got married and started having kids? Would this guy, move to take grandparent custody of his grandkids because his kid was blind? And that's a thing, by the way. That is a thing. There are parents and grandparents or uncles or whatever of blind people who get custody of the blind person's kids because they're blind. This is a thing that is still happening. family members think that a blind person can't take care of their kids, so they move for custody. And it's a thing that happens. And when these idiots, spout off with their mouth on their platform like this, and they have people call in, and they're basically spreading this uneducated, ignorant crap, then that's dangerous. And Armskiller says if they can get the job done, then I see no problem. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, and for them to be like, I'd rather a deaf person watch my kids than a blind person. Like, it just goes to show you. I keep saying there have been studies done to discover what disability is basically the most feared by able-bodied people, and it's blindness. It's blindness that outdoes, being wheelchair bound, being deaf, being mute. Blindness outpaces all of them. And this is proof. This is proof of that people are so scared of something that they don't understand, that they don't want to learn about it. They just would rather say, hell no. What if the kid is in another room and gets hurt? The deaf person wouldn't know. Yep. Yeah, Armskiller, if that's an amazing point, what if one of these guys suddenly became blind and were told they could no longer watch their kids? What would their reaction be? They'd be heartbroken. They'd be hurt. They'd be like, "What do you mean? That's my boy. That's my girl. That's my baby. You can't take them away from." Well, but you're blind. You can't watch them. Right? That's amazing point. Being told you can't raise your kids because you're blind it's heartbreaking. Like if you were told that, and it's the reality is that I am lucky that I have a sighted partner, because I have it a little easier. People will just assume that Pinkalo can help me. If Pinkalo was also blind, we would have social services bothering us a lot more than we did. And we already had them because of my blindness and my proclivity for depression. Okay. But if Pinkalo and I were both blind, social services would be all over us. And it's because of idiots like these guys at the Breakfast Club that this nonsense is still perpetuated. Like, when I take Alex or Logan to the park, a lot of people ask me, like, I've been asked, oh, is that your nephew? Is that your little brother? Is that, like, everyone assumes that the blind person is there with their family member, like their sibling, their nephew, their cousin. Not like, it's never, is that your, like, that's your little boy. It's just a very weird thing. So that's my little rant. That's my little rant about my my little encounter with this little podcast here. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed today. I know I did a bit of searching around for stuff, and I'm sorry. I hope you guys like this setup. It's seems to be easier for me to manage and show things for you guys. So I think I may just keep setting things up this way until OBS fixes itself for the capture thing. But I really did want to touch on this. All part of the fun. Yeah, exactly. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the stream and the way I had it laid out. Come back tomorrow for another coffee stream at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. And also remember, guys, I am going to be putting the gaming stuff over on Twitch, which my username on there is Glass-Eyed Game Girl, separated by underscores. And I haven't quite figured out a stream schedule for Twitch yet. I am trying to balance streaming with real life, of course. So, but keep an eye on that. I am also planning on doing a series called the Blind Gamer Challenge. I'll be looking for blind gamers who play fighting games to do best of 10 matches. And the thing is that we can each post them up on our channels and basically just bring more awareness to the blind gaming community and all that fun stuff. So that's a thing that I plan on doing as well. Also, don't forget to go check out Pincalo's Twitch channel, which is in the description. He does the Hour of Howl every night at 11, playing Don't Even Think. Oh, that sounds fun, says Jenny. Yeah, it's gonna be good. You just got home. Oh, you just got home in time to say goodbye. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed their time here. I enjoyed putting this on for you guys every day. And I hope you guys will come back tomorrow for the whole morning with the Vogons, eh, Skep? Sounds fun. Sounds like lots of fun. So come back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central for some more fun. And remember, Wednesdays with Skep, of course, is on Wednesday, and still working on a guest for Friday. But I will let you know who that is when it is fulfilled. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their Monday. Everyone go show Bloodwings some love. Send him some happy pictures in his DMs or something. Just let him know we're thinking of him. And everybody, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.